Welcome, dear audience, to our new video where we're gonna be discussing the Warhammer 40k behind the scenes for Space Marine 2. And as usual, you're gonna be watching the video, and I hope you enjoy. So let's roll it and see what happens.
Space Marine 2 is a third-person action shooter set in the grim dark future of Warhammer 40,000 that puts you in the middle of a war against the tyrannies for the control of an Imperial solar system.
You're right in the thick of the action, and hopefully people never experience that.
No, this actor.
Oh yeah,
Rollo from
Vikings, yeah.
All the things that we've worked so hard for so many years to do come to life.
We wanted action in the sky, on the land, we wanted flames, we wanted explosions.
I like that.
Oh yeah, I do.
Passion piece for all the people working at Saber. When I started working on the story, I spent months reading Black Library novels like No Fear.
Creative director, okay.
These characters, to understand the Ultramarines and who they are.
Yeah, imagine all the research he must do in order to like
Yeah, he was like
create this
He
game.
probably has a team.
Yeah, lead writer, of course.
A war for galactic unity, and the Ultramarines are one of the most iconic and famous of those Space Marine forces that have endured through the 10,000 years from their creation at the Great Crusade to the stagnation of the 41st millennium.
Most human beings in this world will never see a Space Marine. They're the stuff of legends. They're known as the angels of death. And so when one appears on the battlefield, it's like seeing an angel of God.
his angels.
So Titus is a lieutenant in our game.
My pledge is eternal service.
Lieutenant Titus, Ultramarines, second company.
For me to go right back to the bare basics of what acting is about, just being an empty space. But on the day, it's about creating it and giving it a basic reality.
Lieutenant Titus, praise the Omnisire. Shut it down. Now.
It's your journey, you're the player, you're with Titus and the Ultramarines. You can't connect to their faces when the helmets are off, and you can't read those emotions, then there's something lacking, and that's my job, is to try and bring these guys to life.
He doesn't look much like the.
I think it's
Like the actor,
Yeah.
very, very different. Titus.
I guess
The-
because
the
of they have some
proportions.
resemblance.
Yeah, they have
The
resemblance.
jawline.
Yeah.
We can flood the area around the base.
Right from the very beginning, we didn't just want to create any third-person shooter. We wanted to create a game that embodied the galactic warfare that you come to know from this franchise.
So far, so good.
I gotta say they look sincere enough in their idea.
Space Marine 2 is our own.
Unfortunately,
Team's gotten very,
you know
very
how.
good.
Look the figures.
Yeah, the figures I saw in the background.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with video games, we all know that.
Yeah, they tend to sell it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they have investors that need
And we're also able
you
to
know
build
The paycheck.
yeah
expanse.
something back for their investment.
I like this art. I like the background.
Yeah.
Off in the distance, you can see that swarm coming at you. You can see the enemy waves coming at you.
The guns.
Down and dirty, one all the way. You feel like you have an infinite universe in front of you. You know, you have sandbox games where you can wander around. This goes one step further.
This is sandbox.
Yeah.
You are in the action. Wherever you look, there is another company of Marines down there fighting off swarms of chariots, and you've got up there we've got ships, delivering and launching, and dropships landing. Everything's around you.
Oh, this is gonna be like basically something with the drops,
The ability to
like Helldivers, or.
You take these little miniatures, you pose them the way you want, you give them the weapons that you want, you paint.
Yeah, there's a lot of resemblances
We wanted to take
with
that same
Helldivers, but
approach and put it in the game so you can do the same thing
We'll
with
get
your
to that.
character. The game offers 3 modes: a co-op story campaign you can play with your friends, a highly replayable PVE mode with lots of progression and customization.
the highly replayable PVE, that's the similarity to Helldivers.
Helldivers, yeah.
The deeper you can go into the progression of these characters.
I doubt there's gonna be friendly fire though.
Weapons.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And as you do that, our famous AI director is able to increase the challenge.
AI director.
Enemies that you are not challenging.
Yeah, I
like,
told
so
you
like
that-
Joe.
But AI.
As you've seen with some of our other titles, we have a track
But is it AI director of AI of the enemies or AI director?
paid DLC
like it's an AI that directs.
Well, I think the way that he mentioned it is that sort of the game master is AI.
I'm just gonna say the art style here is vastly just
Indeed.
it's amazing.
We've been kind of circling like sharks around Games Workshop for a long time. Trying
Look
to
at this. Oh, look at this.
Look at this
Yeah,
miniature.
but this is like, yeah.
At Saber that we have the story, the gunplay, the technology.
What is the origins of Warhammer?
To deliver what fans
Someone in the comments could answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good
Our team is,
Where did it start? How did it start?
favorite games that they've ever worked
I
on.
mean, not that we can Google it, but I'd rather somebody else tell me.
Yeah.
Who knows?
story is going to be like for Space Marine 2. I think everybody involved with Warhammer is really
Oh, look at that.
no matter what the fans are asking for, trust me, we're asking
This
for
marine looked different. This one, look at it.
Yeah, but that's because they're like different divisions and
Yeah.
so
So-
it's normal.
Final impressions and the comparison with Helldivers, which you brought
Just
up.
something for Titus,
Yeah.
because they're telling us that he's like a relic.
Yeah.
Fun fact is that they are not immortal, but they live for a pretty long time. Like, so they die eventually, but they live for a long time.
But
and-
are they like frozen when they're not?
No,
used?
no. Just their bodies, because
So it's not like when Master Chief in Halo, who's like I believe he's like frozen when he's not
yes,
being used.
yeah,
it's not
it's
the
not like
same.
that. No, they're being used through their whole life, you know. But they're being made from kids. They take them, they inject them with some stuff, and they build the armor around them. And they
So they
become
never
like
leave the
superhumans, and they can
They never leave the armor.
no. Basically they live for thousands of years, and even there are a lot of videos which are really cool to check about the oldest angels there are, because there are a lot. But
So he's basically like an older angel. The guy we're playing is one of the
yeah,
older ones, and the other two people with him.
yeah,
the other
that's why I
ones are
think
newer.
they call him a relic.
I wonder, is it gonna be like a really serious gameplay, or are we gonna see some, casual comments and dialogue between the Marines? Do we have that
Oh,
sort
it's-
of comedic?
Oh, something else recently.
I don't think it's lighthearted. I think it takes itself more seriously from what I've seen. Like this takes itself seriously, and I actually prefer to have a game like this, because again, when we watched this, we discussed like right before that we were talking about Helldivers and how similar it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
And how similar it is, so you can hear me better. In its mechanics and the whole PVE thing and the way you're like playing, progressing through the game. It's basically Helldivers. Again, the swarms of enemies. We know very well that, if anything, it's the other way around, and it's Helldivers who took from this and things like Starship Troopers,
A
etc.
lot of places.
So yeah, but that game doesn't take itself too seriously, and that game now, since it's released, it's down to only 10% of the original players still playing it.
Yeah.
And that includes us. Like, we don't play it anymore. And
Not so seriously.
Not so seriously.
Not so seriously, yeah. But
Yeah. So the thing with the whole PVE thing is like, can they
sustain it.
sustain it and keep it active for longer? Not that they need to. Like, they have the campaign, which is one thing that I wish Helldivers or games like it would do, is like they have a campaign and then they have like the PVE progression thing that they have going. And the other thing is that this is just extremely distinct, like from the scenery and everything. It's on another level in many ways. And I just hope that it can like it can take what Helldivers did right and just build on it in a way and become even better, and maybe the next grand thing, and like really push this franchise to the masses, truly, because a lot of you agreed in the comments of our last video that this is probably the perfect place for newbies like us who are not familiar with the franchise to get into it.
There's a ton of
Just a second, I want to say something. For all the hardcore fans, just letting you know, we are not comparing the
Yeah.
two games.
Yeah,
Totally different. We just hope to see something similar
Yeah, because
in the
it's-
PvP.
Because of the PVE
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Yeah. I've seen Warhammer in similar, art and universe such as World of Warcraft, where you had different races.
Yeah,
and
it has like a
magic.
fantasy element,
Yeah,
and then
it
you
ha-
have the sci-fi.
Yeah, and then you have the sci-fi, and then I think I've played Warhammer Vermintide,
Mhm.
Yeah.
where it's an FPS, and it's sort of like
Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
Left
yeah.
4 Dead.
It's sort of like that. I mean, you have levels with a ton of enemies that camp, and you have some objectives
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you need
that,
to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can do it in co-op, and then you have your gear that you upgrade like
Yeah,
different classes.
Yeah,
and
but
you're
it's-
fighting orcs.
yeah, exactly. I know what you're talking about. The thing is, I know there's plenty of games like this for this franchise as a whole, and I've never played a single one simply because I'm not interested in just PVE. Like I don't think it's very sustainable. The one reason that I played Helldivers before this is because I'm just a huge fan of Starship Troopers, and since we're not getting a Starship Troopers game, or well, we did, but it's not that good.
Yeah, to be honest, it was not only that.
What
It
do
was
you mean PvE isn't sustainable? There are
I mean,
games.
it is sustainable. It's just that it's not. I mean, if there's no story, it doesn't keep me involved.
Well, look at World of Warcraft.
It's
You've
getting
never
too
played
repetitive,
World
I
of
don't-
Warcraft.
Yeah, I've never played that.
And-
I stay away from like MMOs.
Yeah, but
yeah.
World of Warcraft is a huge franchise. I don't know if it's bigger than Warhammer 40k. I don't know. I don't want to
Yeah.
start
Start a
that
war.
war. But as a World of Warcraft fanboy who's played WoW for like 14, 15 years, I mean, you have a lot of PvE
Yeah.
and you have less PvP, I think. But PvP is also a huge part of the game.
But
the
what about the story and the lore? Does it move along with the game? And
Of
for
course,
years?
every
Yeah.
patch, every new expansion that you have is a different story with different,
But
the
is
entire
there like
world.
NPCs that like there's a story around them? And you
Dude,
talk?
from expansion to expansion, you have such huge changes to the world of Warcraft.
Okay.
I mean, from classic WoW that you had only like 2 continents,
Yeah.
then to the Burning Crusade where the demons and Illidan, who is the main antagonist in that story, in that expansion, you have an entire new
So-
continent open. Then you have Wrath of the Lich King, which is the best.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
there's,
this
the
one.
thing is that not many games do that, to my knowledge.
I think that it depends only on personal perspective, because like some people really enjoy playing all kinds of PvEs.
Yeah, it's.
so-
I guess my thing is like I like games whose main focus is just the story. That's like my preference.
Yeah.
And if I won't get into Space Marines or like Warhammer in general, it would be because of the story and because it's a good entry. Like for me, a good entry would not be here is this game where you just defending a castle from orcs. That's not a. I don't know. That doesn't feel like a good entry to a franchise that I know goes very far and is very deep. It doesn't feel. I don't know, like the place I start. But this does. But now another thing that is much simpler, and since we're all gamers, it would be easier for us, and we could make a video on this. They suggested that we play the first game.
What is the first game?
It's basically like this.
Oh, the first Space
The first Space
game.
Marine, because it does have a story and it's connected to this. So let us know. Would you like to check us out as we play the first game? Like if you are, then we can totally do something like that.
After a small donation of $1 million. Because you gotta buy the game, but
$1 million. Oh, that's expensive.
we're gonna buy a few copies.
Oh,
But
for all of you.
yes, but is it couch co-op or do we need to each buy the game?
Nah, I think
I
it's,
bet
I
it's
think
not going to
I think
be
it's
a
single
couch
player,
co-op.
but I think it's just single player. I'm not sure, but we can like make
Yeah,
it count.
yeah, and
count
just
things.
watch Antoine play it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Since I'm not talking anyway, at least I might do something.
Yeah.
What do you think about Warhammer as in general as a franchise? I mean,
it seems really deep, and I would love to get into it, but I don't think I'm going to find any time for it.
Yeah,
This is as far as I'm going to get into the franchise. I bet
Playing the game?
playing the game, but
yeah, because it's a lot. Like there
a lot
is
to take
there
in.
is a video about only the servants, which are there are a lot of videos only about the servants of the angels and the guys that are sitting on top of them, and it's so much, and they have peasants too and
like
stuff.
just the fact that I'm listening to you talk about all you know about the game and knowing at the same time that you don't know shit about it.
Yeah.
My head hurts about it.
Yeah, I think it's time that
But-
we end this video.
No,
because
but
it's
I
gone
think
for
that's
so
cool.
long.
I really think that's cool about it.
Actually,
That
you know what?
Are we done?
are you done anything?
They started it in the middle of the video.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for watching this video. As usual, we hope you enjoyed. And check out our Instagrams that Chris is gonna put under our names.
I'm not.
He will.
He's not.
He will.